Hi all, welcome back to my channel. This is Goverdan Pini. So over here we are to discuss about the Indian markets and also the global markets and how they might pan out during the day based on yesterday's trend and also yesterday's night global markets. So without any further delay, let's quickly jump into today's market analysis, and also today is the first expiry of 2022. So let's quickly analyze how the day might go out. So let me quickly bring up the screen for you. And so SDX Nifty is currently trading around 130 odd points low from yesterday's close. That's approximately 950 odd area. So it's pretty much a decent gap down is what I can say. But we have to see if this particular gap down will sustain or it'll just fill in the opening session. So let me quickly open the option chain and show you how the open interest is present yesterday. So yesterday, if I slightly recall, it was something like where there was no put writing at all anywhere. There was call writing at the upper side, but on the overall end there was heavy put writing. So but anyway, let's quickly jump and see where we are there. So 18,000 there's heavy call writing, and 17,900 there's heavy call writing. 17,900 was a tag of a war basically, but if you see, closed around 17,925 yesterday, and today if you see this particular thing, it's just barely pretty much like a fight between 17,900 levels to cross on the either side of it. So that's very pain point, and from there itself we are trying to resist from yesterday's close. So let me quickly bring up the chart in front of you. So if you see the chart, this is what we drew yesterday, the levels, and comfortably 17,948 around that was a key resistance if you see, and yesterday's high was somewhere around let me redraw that, sorry. Okay, so if you see yesterday's high, it was around 944 something, or particularly 4 points away, and that was pretty close from our prediction. So I guess that was one level, and yesterday open was not a surprise at all because 17,800 was a pretty good support. And from there itself we took off, and then whatever the bounces or the dips, they did not sustain below 17,800 much of the time. So they were just bought in quickly every time it sort of dipped below. So that's about quick note about open interest. But let's see what the levels might be for today. Okay, so let me quickly bring up this for you. So the resistance on the upside would still remain at yesterday's high, that's 17,940 odd levels, and on the lower side the support again comes around 17,800 and 17,730 levels. 17,830 and 17,730 levels. So that's pretty much of a on a broader side. Below that, if there's a dip, we might witness 17,600 to 17,450 odd levels. So but seeing on how the cases of COVID are trending, but I'm not really sure unless there's a really a solid decision that is made by the governments about lockdowns or restrictions or quantitative easing. This won't be a pretty easy dip unless there's a panic that runs everywhere. So although there are 2.5 million cases every day right now, yesterday was the first day, before that was 2.1 million cases, but I think the big players, HNIs, FIIs, they're still waiting to see the prospects, is what I expect, or is what I understand from my viewpoint. That's about on Nifty. So as we discussed, 17,940 odd levels would be the first resistance on upside. Post that is 18,000, where we see a heavy call writing present compared to put writing, which is nil almost. So 18,000, 18,100, 18,200, but if 18,000 is broken with volume, we will see a heavy short covering because there are humongous call writers present over there, and they will rush to cover their positions, which is not at all a good scenario for the option buyers on put side or call writers on the call side. So that's about a quick note on Nifty, and let's quickly jump to Bank Nifty. Yesterday Bank Nifty was pretty much of a deal winner. It rose approximately 2.4% odd compared to Nifty's 0.7% something approximately. So let's quickly jump into VN, and as you see, 37,700 approximately was the closing level, and 38,000 is the first resistance with heavy call writing compared to zero put writing is what I can say, or what do you say, 1/6 of the call writing present at 38,000. So this heavy call short build up at 38,000 levels, but below that until 37,500, I think this evenly distributed. So we might hover around these levels unless there is something decisive on either sides. And since yesterday Bank Nifty performed heavily, today it might be on an up and down basis on a heavily volatile thing compared to Nifty, which was slightly on a flat note compared to BN. So that's about open interest on Bank Nifty. So if we take open interest on Bank Nifty, 38,000 would be the first resistance on upside, followed by on downside this heavy put writing at 37,000, followed by 37,500. Below that, it's again 37,300 odd levels, which was yesterday a pain point at one level, but post that acted as a support then. So let's quickly jump to the BN chart and see how that might pan out. So if you see 38,000, 37,865 on spot and probably 38,000 on future level acted as resistance. So if we see that level, so if we take yesterday's high and go as the first resistance, on the downside, let's quickly jump to 37,400 odd levels. So 37,500, that would be my support level, 37,456 basically. So that would be my initial support on the downside, and followed by 37,300 and 200 levels immediately. So, and if there's any major depth, that would test the psychological level of 37,000, and I wouldn't be surprised. So we need to wait and see whether this dip will actually be bought in, or this is going to sustain towards the end of the day, and probably it will be a bearish day with how the COVID has been rising, and particularly the restrictions kicking in at every point of the geography. But that's a quick note on Bank Nifty also, and I think we covered Nifty, Bank Nifty, open interest on both sides, and yeah, that's about a quick note. All the stocks in this specific index will have to be watched out. So just before ending, let me quickly run you through Nifty IT index basically because we've seen that, Nasdaq has seen a heavy dip, and let's see how. So if you see Nifty IT index, it has seen a correction of approximately from 39,450 to 38,600 odd levels. So that's approximately 800 points. That's 2.5%, if I'm not wrong. If I calculate, yeah, 2.5% approximately. And Nasdaq, quickly bring up Nasdaq. And yesterday evening, I think Nasdaq dipped heavily. This isn't Nasdaq Inc. Okay, oh my god, what's happening? Okay, so if you see Nasdaq, there was a heavy dip from all-time highs of 16,600 to 15,770 odd levels. So that's approximately 1,000 points, which is still 16 into 8%. Yeah, 7.5% approximately. That's the dip of what we are seeing in the past couple of weeks in IT index specifically. So that's about this part. And so it's just a caution note on IT part because of how the global scenario has been playing on, and Nasdaq is almost at its long-term support levels. So that would be a key point to watch out on Nasdaq and IT index. So without any further rush or taking your time, let me quickly end this. And before I go, if you already haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Quickly jump in, hit the subscribe button, share it across. Drop the feedback in the comment section or any other social media platform that you would prefer to, and I would be happy to answer all the questions and respond to the comments. because yeah, only then I can improve, learn from everyone, and I can actually deliver what would be necessary. So that's about a quick note about today's market analysis. And if there's anything interesting during the day, I'll definitely post it across the social media or make a short video perhaps. But yeah, let's see how the day goes out. Thank you. Have a good trading day. And yeah, stay safe.